Hello, hello. Testing. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, good morning. It was a little bit more difficult to set it up now because my streaming software had forgotten which webcam I used and it was a little bit confusing, but I'm here, I'm here. So, good morning, Miranda. I have so many things to show you. I've been working on all the things and I'm really excited. Um, and my pattern is all like uh, jumbled, so I'm going to put that back in order. Where is page 4? There. And I have a lot of progress on the Minori sweater, and I have some other projects as well, which is fun. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. There. Good morning, Ariadne. Thank you. Yeah, so pattern for this is coming eventually, but yeah, it was yeah, patterns are a little bit difficult, especially for garments, so I'm giving myself some time for this one. All right, I think everything is running as it should. My phone is still recharging, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the from the, the phone camera. So let me first show you the. You might have seen this already. This is a cardigan that I have redone the sleeve on, and I'm really happy that I did because, I this cardigan was too tight in the sleeves, and I've knit this 7 years ago, and I just wore it less and less and less, even though the yarn was still in very good condition. So I thought, okay, I want to extend the life of this cardigan, and I love the buttons so much. And I found some extra yarn that I had, and I thought, okay, so when I unravel the sleeves, I can use that extra yarn to make the sleeves wider, and now it fits much better. And I still need to do the second sleeve, but this is on hold right now because the needle that I'm using is on my Minori sweater. Because I'm needing that for the ribbing on the Minori sweater. Where do I put this? Just here. And speaking of the beast, I finished the front. Ooh, some stitches have dropped off. Okay. There. Okay, I really should switch to stitch stoppers. Let's do that first. I have everything here. It's my needle case. Oh, I don't feel any stitch stoppers in here. Ooh. Anyway, while I look for that, how are you? Let me know what you are working on. It's been 2 weeks, so I would love to know if you got some progress on your works in progress. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for the stitch stoppers. I think they're right there. Here we go. Yeah. There. Okay. And these are also the tips that I need for the avocado cardigan, and that's what I'm calling it because I dyed it with avocado. So that means I can also finish that sleeve in the meantime. There. And then I can show you what it looks like. Hi, good morning, Ivana. Oh, enjoy your walk. I hope it's nice weather where you are. We had lots of rain for the last 2 days. It's dry today, but it's very gray outside, which is great podcast and video recording weather because there's no harsh sunlight and shadows. But otherwise, I would like some sun. Okay, so here is where I'm at. Okay. Ta-da! Yeah, so I think it's going all right. Um, it looks very long, but oh, hi Natasha. Yes, that's the avocado cardigan because I dyed that with avocado seeds and avocado skins, and yeah. I'm working on the back right now. This is so unmanageable. So this is the back. And I'm actually thinking I'm gonna put it on some different needles because this is a very, very heavy project, and the needles that I'm using have a very delicate cable, and the cable is kind of, can you see that there's this kind of kink in there? It's not straight anymore. So yeah, I don't, and these are expensive needles, so I don't want to damage them. So I actually want to put them on different needles, but I don't know if I have them. I need 5mm. What did I knit with 5mm? They're right there. No. There they are. There they are. Okay, because I am not too yeah, these are cheaper needles, and I've had them for a long time, so I'm just going to put it on that. Thank you, Chris. I'm really looking forward to having this sweater, but also because I'm kind of scared that the fit isn't what I want. I don't know. I've never knit on. Is that true? I wanted to say I've never knit a sweater this chunky. Don't know if that's true, but yeah, it's very heavy. Yeah, I have knit a sweater this chunky before, but it was for my boyfriend, and he's not wearing it because it's so heavy. So it was different yarn, but yeah. So I'm just transferring it onto the cheaper needle. Usually I don't switch needle types in the middle of a project because it can really impact your gauge, but I think I'm safe with this one. Because there's a lot of texture, and I don't think you would see a small difference, whereas if it was just maybe stockinette in the round, you would really notice a difference in gauge, for example. So I think I'm safe with this one. Yeah, and about the overdyeing that I was talking about for the. Wait, I made a mistake. About the overdyeing that I was talking about for the cardigan, I am doing some experiments right now, and they are sitting right there. But you'll see that in a video probably early next week. And I experimented with these powder dyes from France, and so it's like a pigment powder, and yeah, it's looking really interesting. And yeah, but on their website of the pigments, it says that it's like they use it for painting, so like you know painting a landscape. um, so and paint, you can usually wash it out of your clothes, right, when you spill it. So I'm not sure if it's a dye at all, um, but who knows, we will see. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm knitting on the back panel now, and if you remember, there was this rice stitch, which is one row is knit one through the back loop, purl one, and then the next row was purl all. But now I'm knitting back and forth, so it's purl one, knit through the back loop, and knit. So it's even more enjoyable to do now. Oh, I've gone too far. I've gone into the next chart. So yes, no live stream last week because I was so overwhelmed. I was doing some really big projects. It was deadline week for two of those projects, and yeah, it was just too much. And we were going to Texel last weekend, and we would leave at like 1 o'clock on Thursday. So I thought if I do a live stream, then I'm just gonna be more stressed, because we want to make sure that we've packed everything, and we were going to bring Momo to my parents, and oh, do we have Momo stuff? So it was stressful. So I couldn't do it last week, even though I would have liked a bit of knitting time. But yeah, I needed to get some stuff done. Um, right. I've freed my needle. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's damaged, but yeah. And I just think that this cable is so small for a 5mm needle. I think these are these needle sets are not built for big yarns. This is the C-Knit Kushitsu set. So yeah, they're pretty expensive needles, but and I usually just use the very small needle, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't think I would use it for really big yarns. But I think that maybe they use these big needles for like 3 strands of mohair together, and then it's a very light and airy project. So then it doesn't weigh as much on the needles. So yes, now I can hold this up and not feel scared to snap the needle or to snap the cable. Yeah, this is very unmanageable, so that's also why I'm not doing the overhead camera today, because I think I would just keep bumping it. Yeah. So yeah. The only thing I have to remember for the back panel is where I am at for the cable chart. So, because there is still one cable on here, I cannot show you. Okay, I think it's the next right side row. And I have been thinking about what to do with the sleeves, and I think I'm just going to keep it very simple and with one cable running down. Right now it has, okay, I have to show you. Okay, so there are many different charts in here, right? We have the front chart, which is really big cable. We have the bobbles with the kind of squiggle cable lines beside it. We have the bigger cable, and then raspberry stitch. And on the sleeves they have raspberry stitch, and then a squiggle line. I should know a more proper term for that. Wait, where is the sleeve chart? There it is. Yeah. So they have raspberry stitch, the squiggle line. No bobbles, thank God. But then two of these cable charts next to each other, and then another squiggle line and the raspberry. And I think I'm just gonna do the rice stitch probably, and a cable, because I do not need this to be heavier than it already is. And also, I just, the sleeves don't have to be as beautiful or textured, um, you know. Because I think if I have the raspberry stitch on the sleeves, that I would get caught in things. Um, and if I have too much texture in there, that it would not fit as well into a jacket. Although with a sweater this warm, I probably won't need a jacket. Yeah, and I couldn't bring this project with me on my Tesla trip, so I was knitting a lot on it on Tuesday, I think. I think that's when I finished the front. And I'll show you the whip that I did bring with me on the trip right after I finish this row, because it's another garment, and it's one that I have cast on last year and then just, was in hibernation mode. All right. Okay. Let me show you what I was working on. It's a sweater that I'm knitting with my hand-dyed yarn, and I dyed this one with walnuts. So it's walnut dyed yarn and just undyed yarn. And I have a couple of different color varieties. this one as well. And now that I'm seeing that, I think, because I'm mainly using this, but I need to think about where I'm gonna use the other colors, because I'm not gonna have enough. I think I do still have something in another box, but anyway. So this is the Great Gingham Raglan by Jessie May Designs, and oh, I really love it. And you can see I've already used some of the darker colors in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really nice. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I have enough yarn. I mean, I still have some in a box over there, but I'm only like a third way done with the body. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's too wide. I hope it's not, because then I could have used less yarn. No, I don't think it's too wide. And yeah, this is just really fun. I just, it's color work, and I love color work. Thank you, Miranda. Hey, good morning, Serena. Yeah, so yeah, really enjoying that. And let me show you my stitch marker. Let's see if this one does close-ups. I'm gonna have to wait and see if it picks it up on the screen. I think so. So it's a bubble tea marker. Yeah. I thought it was very similar to this color of the yarn, and I love bubble tea. And the pink thing that you see right there is a needle stopper. And this is actually, when you have glasses and then you have this cord dangling down, and it's attached with one of these. But you can also use it to put on your needle tips to keep the stitches from sliding off. Yeah, boba tea. Thank you, Ivana. So there you go. I love it. And then, when I'm working on the project, I just clip it to one of the stitch markers. All right. So this is the Great Gingham Raglan by Jessie May Designs. Yeah. I don't have much to say about it now, because it's just, a tube right now. I haven't gotten to the interesting parts yet. But I will say, I already know I'm going to modify the neckline, because I've heard some of the testers and other knitters say that it's very high, and it needs, you need to either cast off a little bit of stitches, or do some short rows. But short rows in color work is a nightmare. Yeah. And lately I'm learning a lot about, necklines, and also that's also why this sweater hasn't come out yet, because it is not where I want it to be. Yeah, it feels a little bit, yeah. And then this is also a project that I finished last week. I think it was on Wednesday. And this is for my binoculars. because we were going birding over the weekend. So yeah, that's one of my other hobbies. And I have this kind of like, in Dutch is a harness, but how do you call this? Like, you have straps around your shoulders and to your back, so that it's kind of like a backpack on the front. Um, because if you use the neck strap, then yeah, you can really get neck pains really easily. So that's why I have this back strap thing. But my binoculars don't have caps, so because it's a pocket binocular and they just expect you to just put it in your pocket and then take it out when you need it. But for the birding trip, you're really gonna want it at all times. So what I did was I thought, okay, I'll make a little like cap for it, and it also has a bird pattern. Let me show you. And you just put it over. And then, I can put it over with the straps still attached. So, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a bath cap, kind of shower cap. Yeah. Um, and I was explaining this to my boyfriend beforehand, and he was like, I don't get it. Like, he couldn't visualize what I was going to do. But yeah, it worked like a charm. So, really happy with that. um, I also tried to make a new cover for my bike saddle, but it kind of worked. But because I got the measurements and it fits around the saddle, but it's like 1 centimeter long, so it just flips right off. Yeah, I need to make that like way longer. So those were some sewing things. Yeah, and that was, I think, all that I did. But I always like just, you know, making stuff and then actually being able to use it. So, being able to make something myself for when I'm birding was just really nice. Ooh, and I also wore my birding gloves or birding mittens. And I will be publishing the pattern for that soon. They're just fingerless gloves. Uh, so yeah. Oh, ah, I should have retightened the things, the needle tips, because they are unscrewing. There. Yeah, and I'm actually just really excited to knit more garments, and I'm just really grateful for this knit along or make along. You can also sew and crochet, because I'm just really motivated, and I want to finish this and then get on to the next project. Um, and actually make a dent in my yarn stash, and that feels really nice. I have my eye on some yarns. um, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe you can help me decide. So I have, for my next project, I have a summer top in mind, with cotton and bamboo yarn. So that's one contestant, and it will kind of be like a t-shirt with some nice details on the shoulders, and just a nice wearable t-shirt. And the other one is a woolly cardigan, probably, with the yarn that I have just overdyed. Um, the blue yarn that I turned red for the people who know it. Um, so yeah, those are my two options. I'm kind of leaning more towards the bamboo and cotton one, because it's a summer top and that would be really nice. But the other one, I would really love that as well. So yeah. Uh, what am I doing? I need to purl. There. Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to do the summer top. Because it's a yarn I haven't used before, so that's exciting. And the summer top is also, yeah, it's the picnic folks top that I spoke about in my video about the 12 free knitting patterns. Um, so that's also a free pattern at the moment, and it's a relatively new designer. So yeah, I'm interested to check that out. Yeah, I'll do the summer one first and then the woolly one. Yeah, because while I'm knitting on this one, this woolly beast, I'm also just like, oh, it's so warm. I'm not gonna be able to wear it when it's finished. Okay, I think I need to do the cable. 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. Yeah, I need to do the cable. And for the summer top, I've chosen a olive green yarn. So it's yeah, something different that I usually knit with, which is very exciting for me. Good morning, Annalena. Oh, the cable. Yeah. And today is actually my first proper work day of the week. That sounds like it didn't do anything the days before. That's not true. But it's the first day that I can log in on my website because my phone was broken. And on my website, I have to log in with this extra app on my phone. And I couldn't do anything. My phone fell on Monday, and it was cracked, and I could only use the bottom 2 centimeters of the screen, so I could unlock it with my thumb, and then nothing. uh, it was, yeah, very frustrating. So I couldn't log into my website. I couldn't, make online payments. I couldn't respond to any texts. I did see the text coming in. I couldn't respond. I couldn't post to Instagram. So yeah. But it got fixed yesterday. So that's nice. Oh, I'm confused. What happened? Okay. So today I can finally log in to my website and do some very urgent things that I needed to do already. There. Oh, right, and that's what I was gonna say. So, so it's all fixed now, and it was kind of, expensive to repair. So I've also ordered a new phone cover um, to kind of protect it more, because now I am gonna need to make this phone last for at least another year. Um, So what I did is, it's gonna arrive today. I got a clear phone case, so now this one is like marbled, but the next one is gonna be clear. And I've seen a lot of DIYs for like clear phone cases with like pressed flowers in them. And I think that's really cute. So I might do that, or I might put a piece of knitting between it. I don't know. Send me ideas. I've been looking on Pinterest, and of course, there's a lot of like children's craft on there with colored pens and washi tape, and but there's also like really nice things. Um, so yeah, I want to customize it because my phone is like so old. It's, you know, I don't even know what I want to say. My phone is a couple years old, so they don't make these really cute covers anymore. They only make that for the new models. So that's why I thought, okay, I want to customize it myself because I don't want a boring one. Okay, another cable. Mm. Yeah. And also, have you guys got any plans for your next projects? I don't know what you're working on right now, but are you planning a reward project for when you're done with it, or also a summer top? Should we do a summer top cal after this, or just extend the garment along? Because I wanted to host the garment along for 2 months, so that's until the end of this month. So, yeah, let me know. Because I really like knit alongs. Thank you, Natasha. Have a great day. And yeah, so because I was without my phone for 2 days, the horror, um, I went to watch a new Netflix show. I've only watched the first episode, but it's of the Bridgerton series, the new Queen Charlotte. And yeah, I think, I mean, I'm gonna watch it anyway. The first episode was interesting because it's like really fairy tale like sometimes, but then you get a kind of hint of like, ooh, like not everything's, you know, not everything's all peachy, and there are some hidden stories there, and yeah, that's interesting. Because most of the first episode was really like this Hallmark Cinderella story. um, yeah. So I'm curious if any of you have seen it. No spoilers, please. Uh, okay, let's actually check how many rows I need to do. Okay. 33 rows. Okay. Annalena says, I have already started two summer tops. Ooh, one knitting and the other crochet, so I'm in for the next cal. Oh, let me know which patterns, because I'm always in for some inspiration. I haven't finished the current one. Oh, did you mean the cardigan? The Bienvenida? No, something else. I don't know. Um, yeah, sometimes you just need a variety of projects. I'm almost finished with my current ball of yarn. I think I have 3 skeins left. Ooh. Oh, right, and I wanted to show you because I've also done some overdying experiments with this yarn. Because this isn't necessarily my favorite color, and I thought, well, I have a swatch and I have some dye, and so let's try, because I had some red dye and I thought if I over dye this it would turn brown, but it actually turned kind of a purpley gray. So that's interesting. um, yeah, and yeah, I definitely like the green more than the gray. So yeah, I think this is just very bland, so I won't be overdying this. And also, I'm just not sure of the fiber quantity in this. Um, that's not the right word, the fiber content, because it might be a higher percentage of acrylic, for example, and then the dye doesn't take that well. The knit top was at the seaside tea from Fräulein Stedtisch, and the crochet was Spotting Clouds top from Christina. Oh, that's a nice one. Let me find the seaside top. Fräulein Stedtisch. Oh, that's nice. So nice stripes on top and then single color for the bottom. That's nice. With sport with sport cotton yarn. Yeah, nice, nice. I'll have to remember that one. Yeah, and Christina just makes the best patterns. I love her designs. She had a birthday sale the other day. Oh. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. Emma. Thank you for joining. Oh, it's the third one you're making. Oh, wow. Okay, so it must be a really good pattern. Or really just nice to make pattern. I mean, yeah, I also want some more t-shirts, knit t-shirts in my life. And also just more normal sweaters and cardigans because I find myself looking for cardigans in my wardrobe and then just reaching for the ones that I bought from the store, and it's kind of like, I want to reach for my own hand knit things. And also, I'm not buying any knit items anymore because I don't want people to say, oh, so you knit that yourself? And then it's like, no. Okay, I have to check something. Oh, this is very unmanageable. Okay, maybe. Yeah. Because at where you want to, have the sleeves, I have to put some stitches on a holder. So, ooh, Emma, which swatch are you going to make? Is it just to try out a yarn, or is it to start a new project? Hello, good morning, Sabine. Because I did also hear there's a new cal starting by the end of the month from Den Dennis and Mr. Knitbear, for the Tundra cardigan. So that's nice, but I'm the cal is in Dutch because it's in their Facebook group, so it might not be for everyone, but I think the Tundra cardigan might be in English as well. It's a pattern by Novita. Novita Yarns has been getting popular here for the last couple of months. Tundra cardigan. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, is it the one by Sari Nordland? I think so. Yeah, it's by Sari Nordland. She does a lot of their patterns. So that's a cal starting on May 25th. It's a very chunky cardigan. So I think I'm gonna do some summery tops instead. Yeah, I'm doing live streams on Thursday mornings. I think I started in March. Yeah, it hasn't been too long. And I'm also still getting used to things, but I'm happy you're here. um, I'm starting a new project. Finally found a pattern for my shirt project. Ooh, yes, I'm very curious to know what that is. I've been knitting a lot of socks lately, and it's just, knitting socks is nice, but I really appreciate this, the variety in my projects, because, yeah, I just really love working on sweaters at the moment. The Uptown Tea. Oh, let's see, Uptown Tea. I see two patterns. Let's see which one it is. Is it by Tori Yu? Or by J. Kushasinski? That one looks like it's a really old pattern. This is okay. I think it's Tori Yu. Yeah, that's really nice. So it's like a raglan tee, and the shoulders, no, the sleeves are kind of mesh. So they have lace details in there. That's really nice. That's really nice, and it's fingering weight. I just bought a fingering weight t-shirt pattern. It's the LBD. What was it? LBD Classic Raglan. Oh, the Classic LBD by Jennifer Parocini. And I've been really admiring her. So I've been following her on Instagram. I think JP Knits. And she is so full of knowledge. She has master classes on how to do bust darts in knitting, how to calculate for a different neck option and shoulders, and she's just like a math wizard. And this pattern of hers, I just want to try it out because this is like a designer that I really aspire to be like, because she is so thorough about things, and I'm really, yeah, so I'm really curious and I want to try it out because I always want to learn more about designing, and yeah. There. And what about you, Sabina? What are you working on at the moment? Even if it's not right now, but your current work in progress. design. That's interesting. A retiring math teacher. Yes, well, then you're very well equipped to deal with pattern math. I'm taking a pattern grading, it's called pattern grading boot camp. It started in January, and I was really just overwhelmed back then. So I think right now I've completed some projects, that I might be ready to get back into that, because it starts with like more information on Excel, um, and we just take it step by step. But yeah, I watched the first couple lessons and I was just too overwhelmed. So I need to get back in there and yeah, just take it step by step, because sometimes I feel like there's a lot of pressure on newer designers. And I'm not a new designer, but I'm a newer garment designer. I only have 2 garment patterns, or 3. Um, so yeah, I don't feel as confident about that. The moonset tea. Oh, I've heard of that. Let me Google it. Moonset tea. By Ozetta? Oh yeah, it's by Ozetta. That's really nice. I have that saved in my favorites as well. I liked it because it's also graded for a lot of sizes. Very nice. So many patterns. Yes, the V-neck. And I like that the neckbands kind of overlap like that. Um, that's really a nice detail. Yeah, so later today, because I have my phone back now, I can finally take more pictures and record videos, so I can finally continue working on the tutorial video that I've been making for my patrons. So I'm gonna do a lace tutorial for a for my disco dip shawl. I actually have that right here. This is my disco dip shawl. And it's called disco dip because, and I'm sure the Dutch people will know, but disco dip is what we call their like rainbow sprinkles on ice cream. And the yarn reminded me of that. And it's a very simple lace pattern. And I'm going to record a tutorial video for my patrons, and they will also get the PDF pattern, at least at the Golden Delicious and L-Star tier. And then I will also put the pattern up for sale as an individual pattern, because it's already included in the Summer of Shawls ebook, but yeah, it's time to publish it as a separate pattern as well. And I love lace shawls. Um, yeah, and I just think they're so nice to add to an outfit, and especially for summer. I mean, it's wool that I used, or superwash merino, but yeah, still it's gonna be very nice. It doesn't go with this sweater, but yeah, yeah. I love lace sweaters, shawls, and lace is so fun to knit as well. And this is such an easy pattern. Um, so looking forward to finally, being able to film videos again. I've already filmed part one, and now I just have to finish it. Thank you. My so on Texel last weekend, it was quite sunny, so my hands did get a bit tan. So in the first part of the tutorial, you'll see me with just, regular pale hands, and then I got tanned within 5 seconds. Yeah, I should have thought of that beforehand. I usually try to think of that. With if I'm doing my nails or something, that it's not switching to different nail polish or something else that might distract you, in the middle of a video. But, it is what it is. Oops. Every time on the wrong side row, because I have to do a lot of knit, 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 knit stitches, that I when I need to switch to purl, I always just kind of I don't see it as well, and then I knit those, and then I have to knit back. Might have to put a marker there. Okay, what do you think? Will I have finished the body of this sweater by next week? I think I will have more knitting time than last week, so I might And then I could be knitting on the sleeves next week. Oh no, what did I do? What is that? Okay, I made a mistake. Yes, you can do it! Yay! Alright, I will. There. Yeah, because my boyfriend is gonna be away this evening. He sometimes needs to work at night because of bats. Or some other, he's a biologist, so he works with animals, and some of those are night animals. Um, so I think I will have a lot of knitting time tonight. And then on Sunday, we have Mother's Day here in the Netherlands, and I think most countries here in Europe. I know that in the UK, Mother's Day was earlier this year, and so I probably will take my knitting project to see my mom as well, and then we can knit together. I have booked a workshop for us in the beginning of June. We are going to do some ceramics. We have done like pottery before. Um, how do you call pottery when it's like on this table that is turning? You know what I mean. But this workshop is going to be like you form it with your hands. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's what we're doing together for Mother's Day. Thank you all for the encouragement. Okay, now I cannot let you down, so I will need to finish this. We are going on a mini trip next Thursday until Saturday, so I hope to have some knitting and crochet time. Oh, that's so nice! Uh, I just love mini trips. Like, we usually just take a couple days off, and then so my boyfriend doesn't use up a lot of his vacation days at work. So yeah, this last weekend we went to Texel, but we went from Thursday afternoon to Monday, so we only needed to take 2 days off. Instead of just taking 3 weeks off, and then you know it is nice because a smaller trip you tend to just stuff everything in those couple of days, and then you end up more tired afterwards. But and a longer vacation you can kind of just relax and do nothing a bit more. But yeah, I like to have more smaller trips. So here comes the question: how many projects are you taking for how many days? I always, yeah, I always take too many. But there was one trip with Easter this year where we were gone for 4 days. I had brought 4 projects, like they were all very small projects, But I finished them all. And on the last day, it was, yeah. Oh, Chris is visiting Schoonhoven this weekend with her brothers and sisters. That's nice. You should visit Wool Cafe because that's a yarn store there in Schoonhoven. It's really, really nice. Wool Cafe. And it's just a nice town anyway. Lots of nice places to sit and have a drink or have a bite to eat. And they have a really good florist. I know you're not going to buy any like bouquets of flowers when you're on a trip, but they had a lot of cute houseplants as well. And somehow they had Christmas decorations even though it wasn't Christmas. So there were lots of tulip fields on Texel this weekend, which was really nice. Ooh, I actually just I'm going to check if I had to cable this round. I think I needed to cable. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I need to undo this. Oh no, and it was a bobble round. Okay, I can fix it on the next row. I'm going to do some cable surgery because I'm not undoing those bobbles. See, my ball of yarn is almost done. It looks like it's still a lot, but this is maybe like 5, 6 rows. Yeah. But one thing I like about knitting with chunky yarn is that this yarn was in my IKEA closet, you know, the closet with like lots of square cubbies in there, and this yarn was, you know, one cubby was full with this yarn. So now I get to completely empty this cubby, and it will seem like I used a lot of yarn, even it was just for one sweater. Okay, I'll finish this row and then the cable surgery, and then I'll continue with my other work that I need to do today. Okay, I'm at the cable. I need another needle. In there. Okay. And let me know if cable surgery is something that you would like to see a tutorial video of, because it's really not that bad to do. But I understand it can look very scary. All right. And that's the end of the round. Now I actually wish I had put a stitch marker where I started. I think I started with another cable, so then I did this much. Doesn't look as a lot, but yeah. Progress is progress. Just look at the size of this thing. I hope it's going to be a wearable sweater. Yep. All right. So, I will be continuing with the rest of my work. I have some admin to do on my website, and then I will be working on this tutorial video and on this pattern, and hopefully be able to post that tomorrow, or maybe even today. Who knows? Who knows? I might have a lot of time. Yeah. So, but first, I'm gonna get another cup of tea and yeah, then get to work. So, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the company, so thank you for being here. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and lovely weekend. And next week I will be here on Thursday, 9 a.m. as well, because let's see. Yeah, the 18th. Yeah, I think I can just be here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Annalena. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Emma, Sabina, Sarina, Natasha. Thank you all for being here. And I hope you have a lovely day. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.